My name is Ali Sohrab. Today I would like to talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel and Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas. And I would also like to speak to Secretary Blinken and the White House administration of President Biden. What is happening in Palestine and Israel was a travesty. What happened to the Israeli people was a travesty. What's happening to people of Palestine is a travesty. It is time for a two-state solution. It is time to bring out Mahmoud Abbas and Netanyahu and Secretary Blinken and sit them down at the table and make peace. It is time to remember that Hamas is nothing but a terrorist organization and a bully that we have allowed to come to power. It is time for the government of Qatar to turn over all of these bullies and all of these murderers to the international courts and the laws. It is time for the Palestinian people to take charge of their lives. It is time for the mothers, fathers, and the children to stop suffering. It is time for the President of the United States of America, just like my friend Ronald Reagan did, take charge when the Iran-Iraq war was a travesty of what happened to my people in Iran. And he was the only one that came to the help of Ali and his people. And today I want to say that it is time for all Palestinian army. It is time for my friend over at United Nations Secretary Guterres to put a United Nations peacekeeping over in Gaza and make peace for the Palestinians and the Israelis once and for all. It is time to sit at the table. It is time to stop murdering each other for a piece of land that belongs to all the people of the world. As one of God's children on this earth, I have seen in the last 50 years too much that I do not want to remember anymore. And it is time for the Palestinians to make the army of volunteers take the people of the peacekeeping that will come to you from the United Nations, release all the hostages, and take all of the Hamas leaders, all of the Hamas soldiers, and turn them over to the international laws of the land. In order for us to recognize that we are human beings, Middle East must stop and live in peace once and for all. After all, we are all God's children, and we all bleed the same, and we all eat the same food. And Mother Earth must be cherished, and our way of life must be saved. The Palestinian President, Mahmoud Abbas, and President and Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Netanyahu, it is time to sit at the table. There comes a time to realize that there is a place called Israel, and it must exist. And there is a place called Palestine, and it must exist. And we must all learn as children of the world that we all live once, and we must leave the countries and the world better than what we have found it. I cannot understand how could we sit there and keep throwing bombs and bombs and bombs on innocent people. It is time for IDF forces to go back to their homeland. It is time for the Secretary General Guterres to put a peacekeeping forces of the United Nations in the Palestinian lands. It is one Gaza Strip and one way of life, and the life must be West Bank and Gaza are one. And the leader is Mahmoud Abbas at the time being, and he must come out of hiding, and he must stop hiding in the shadows of thugs and murderers. To the government of Qatar, it is time to freeze all the assets of Hamas, and it is time for the Palestinian people. I, Ali, give you permission to protect yourselves against Hamas and the thugs. It is okay to pick up the biggest piece of wood that you can, protect yourself and family. It is time to come out of the hiding. It is time to make peace. It is time to love your homeland. It is time to love your people. It is time to stop seeing what we're seeing in the world. As my friend Ronald Reagan said, my friend Ali, there comes a time for the world to recognize that we all need to be one. And it is time for the world to recognize that we all need to be as one. God bless us all. And if I can be any part of this peaceful transition of power, there must be a Palestine and there must be an Israel. And to my people in Iran, our time is coming. As we get closer to the new year, I will let you know where, when, and how we're going to use our votes. We're going to use our freedom, because There's only one world, and we are all children of God, and we all are children of this world. Thank you, and God bless us all.